Brant is leading in scoring, 27 points a game for last week. He's tied for the lead in rebounding. He shot lights out from three-point land, so he's leading in three-point shooting. And so I'm sure the Pioneers are well aware who Brant Adamson is, and they're going to have their eye on him. But the Panthers bring in a fairly scrappy team. I was talking to Coach Schulte before the game, and he was looking forward to another physical battle. He said he's convinced that whenever you come over to UT, you better be ready to play, because the Panthers always play real physical and they play hard all the time.
Yep. I hate to bring up the politicking, especially in this time in our nation's history, but Coach Schulte was politicking early this morning in the newspaper, talking about how physical UT is and how rough they are, strong they are, big and strong on the boards and so forth. But I will say this, Alleman more than held their own against a big, strong Moline team last week in the game that we saw. I think that's going to be a big issue, however. Can Alleman shoot that well in the Panther Den, a place where it's really difficult for opposing teams to shoot well, especially from three-point land?
I had a chance to visit with Coach Jay Morrow, the varsity assistant coach for the Panthers, and asked him how he was going to contend with the three-point shooters, and they said they're going to play some zone. They played 2-3 zone last week. He said they're going to do some 1-3-1 zone and try to stretch the defense out or spread the offense, take them out a little farther, and not let them spot up right on the line. Make them shoot the long three if they're going to shoot it.
That's right. Well, and I think that's going to be the key. I especially liked Alleman last week, the way they played defensively, and especially in Moline also, giving them some credit. That first half of that basketball game, there were no open shots, and I think that may be the key tonight. Can Adamson get off with a defense that now recognizes he may be the #1 shooter on this ball club, and is he going to make those shots with the pressure in his face, like Alleman has the potential to put that pressure on you? That could be a big key to the ball game also.
Plus, and both teams are fairly deep. I'm looking at the stats here, and Panthers have 9 players on their roster that played in all 5 games. Coach Schulte indicated that he's got 9 or 10 players that'll play all the time. 7 real solid interchangeable parts. 8 and 9 players are juniors, and they're going to get better as the season goes on.
Right.
Once around the Big 6, they'll be seasoned veterans and they'll play. So we'll see a lot of players on the floor for both squads tonight, and be interesting to see how this game starts off. Alleman last week against Moline, it started off fairly even contest, a little bit of foul trouble. Alleman kept going, Moline kind of leveled off. I asked Coach Schulte if he thought the 3 referee thing was what made any difference, and he said he didn't seem to think it was not a factor. He said negligible difference.
I think so. It probably makes more of a difference which 3 referees show up. I know, same way with when you went to 2-person crew, same way with the 3-person crew. Some guys let them play a little more, some less. And I think talking about the comments in the paper today and your conversation with Coach Schulte, I think he wants a nice close ball game call just like last week. We'll see if it happens like that. So we're about ready to get going here, Coach. So let's make a short break here. We'll be back with the starting lineups in just a minute.
Well, we're back at the Panther Den here. Just getting ready for the starting lineups. Both teams got their teams lined up, ready to go.
I'll tell you, this is going to be the momentum early in the game. I think you mentioned that earlier, but I think the momentum early in the game could really be a big difference here. UT, I think, needs a good start. Alleman knows they can play for a while and then all of a sudden have those spurts, and we'll just see how that develops.
Another factor is I think the Alleman has a great advantage in the experience factor. Panthers are fairly young. Alleman's got a lot of kids played for 3 years.
Starting lineups for Alleman. At guard, number 22, he's a 6'1 senior, Tyler Ryan.
And for the Panthers at a guard, number 12, 5'11" senior, Brant Adamson. He's their shooter.
At forward for Alleman, number 32, 6'3 senior, Jimmy Conroy. Had a great game last week on the boards and defensively.
And for the Panthers, number 30, a 6' senior, Jonathan Sterling. He's a 6' senior.
And a guard for Alleman, number 33, 6' senior, David Fry.
At forward for the Panthers, number 40, 6'3" junior, Ben Sacco. He'll provide that muscle inside that Coach Schulte's worried about.
Absolutely. At center for Alleman, number 34 is a 6'6" senior, Keith Schulte.
At a guard for the Panthers, number 33, 6'3" senior, BJ Seward.
And a forward for Alleman, number 40, 6'1" senior, Mark Hill.
And at center, 6'6" junior, number 44, RJ Sievertsgaard.
Pioneers are coached by Larry Schulte.
Panther head coach Scott Hunter, assisted by Jay Morrow. And we'll pause now for the national anthem. We'll be right back with the ball game.
She's a senior. She's been in the choir, Panther players, color guard, National Honor Society, Spanish Honor Society, Key Club, Snowball, and Restaurants. One of U.T.H.S finest, Amber Hull.
Evening. A student from the choral program here at United Township.
Sure. And an excellent chance for these schools to showcase the talents, and all these schools, Western Big Six, over in the MAC, all around have great talented kids, and they don't get enough positive publicity. So.
Yeah, too many times you hear the negatives about the young people today, and there's many, as you and I both know, there are many fine young people in all the schools in the area.
Absolutely. Looking at the Western Big Six boys stats leaders, of course, Brant Adamson's leading the conference in scoring with 27 points. I mentioned before, Jimmy Conroy and David Fry are averaging 23 each. Field goal percentage, D'Amico Vallejo is leading in field goal percentage. And you kind of go right down through that. As you mentioned, Adamson's leading in rebounding. Fry is free throw shooting is perfect. So we got some real interesting matchups here. We're ready to play ball.
I'll tell you what, Alleman's averaging almost 80 points a game, and they can fill it up. So challenge that Panther defense.
And Alleman controls the tip with the ball as Tyler Ryan at the point.
Yeah, Panthers come out in a man-to-man.
Might have got away with the travel there. Hits a nice little two-point shot, though. That time, number 32, Jimmy Conroy. And Alleman again this week opens up in his zone press, 2-2-1.
Adamson with the ball. Back to Sterling. He's eyes the court, taking her time. Panthers get it across. Seward. Alleman, man-to-man. Sterling takes it all the way to the hole, lays it in. Nice drive, Jonathan Sterling.
Alleman on the quick break, coming back the other way. Fry with the ball, cross-court skip pass. And again, Alleman's doing a nice job of finding the open man. Lost a guy there. Hill with the ball, up and in. UT lost a player there, and boy, did Alleman find the open man.
The skip pass kind of set that whole thing up. Got the Panther defense shifted, and they came down and played zone that time, looked like to me.
Yep, they broke him down and never did quite recover.
Never quite got back to where they should have been. Here we come. Adamson with the ball. Again, Pioneers in their man-to-man.
Oh, Schulte on a nice defensive
Schulte, good
play.
anticipation by Keith Schulte on
And I'll
that.
tell you, getting around the Panthers center is not an easy job. I tell you, inside Hill again. Oh, nice pass outside. Conroy with the ball. Going to let him play a little bit here.
They got to travel. Ball go over to the Panthers.
Yep.
Didn't see it.
Well, I don't know which guy.
Which end of the pass
Yeah, I
was
was
the
gonna
traveling
say.
on?
At the end.
Well, he called it, so
That's
it was
right,
traveling.
absolutely. No question about that.
R.J. Sievert's guard having trouble.
And UT's gonna have to
He
use
gets a quick
timeout.
timeout, and they're going to take a 30 here
Yep.
with 6 minutes and 37 seconds left in the first quarter.
Well, twice down the court. We'll just stay with it with a 30-second timeout
Yeah.
here. With first time down floor, Alleman jumps into that 2-2-1 zone press. This time, all of a sudden, bang. After the travel, the violation, they're in man-to-man, and UT, I don't think, adjusted very well to that.
Well, they had too many guys standing there looking at the receivers
against
guarded with the
zone
ball.
press- Against the zone press, you're going to let them, especially going three-quarter court with that 2-2-1, you're going to let them get the ball in bounds. The man-to-man full court, you're not going to let them get the ball in bounds. So it's a recognition thing.
So I'm sure Coach Hunter in his huddle right now, they're getting that straightened out. Come on, boys.
Yep.
Recognize what's going on. And
Well, and he didn't turn it over either. They used the
that
timeout, but they didn't
Sievert's
turn
guard
it over.
used his head there.
Absolutely.
It had to be close because that
Oh.
ref was counting. Here we go.
Still man and a steal.
Get a steal.
Beautiful play that time. Interior pass, Hill. Shot won't go. Hill on the rebound. Knocked out of bounds.
Seward knocked it out of his hands. He was taking it back up. Panthers are barking at each other here a little bit.
And that's never any good. Nice inbounds pass outside down, and the Pioneers are going to set their offense up. Three-point shot on the way. Way off.
Sievert's guard with the board. He gets it to Seward. Seward to Sterling. He'll bring it up. And the Panthers trail by 2. It's early going here. 4-2 Pioneers. Seward puts his shuffle move on him. And the Panthers turn it over.
That's right. Both teams turned it over one time. UT looks like they might be able to put on a little three-quarter court pressure here now also. Well, I'll tell you, this is a typical Western Big Six start. Both teams try to feel each other out a little bit here, just to kind of get the idea what defenses are going to play against each other, how they're going to match up if they go man-to-man. Ryan kind of forced that ball inside
forced that one a little bit, and the Panthers closed on him without fouling him.
What a nice, they picked him up at
Adamson having a little trouble bringing it up, and he drug his pivot foot as he was looking down the floor. So the Panthers turn it over again.
Well, you like to see that a little bit for Alleman. Tyler Ryan had a long three that was kind of ill-advised maybe, and then all of a sudden he kind of gets himself into a jam, but he comes right back and forces a turnover. So that's the experience, I think, that Alleman possesses. Or if they do make some mistakes offensively, defensively they can recover. Ryan with the ball, 1-on-2. Inside to Hill. Got to turn and face that basket a little bit, wide open. Ryan again, off course again. Big rebound inside.
Sacco. Woo! Sacco, good box out, went up strong for the ball, comes down with it. And the Panthers set their offense.
5:25 to go here, 4-2 Alleman.
Sievert's guard from the baseline, little strong.
Fry with the ball, breaking it down. Here comes Conroy. That'll be a hold, I believe, right there.
Seward picks up the game's first foul. Didn't get his feet going quite fast enough.
Nope. Boy, Conroy can just get moving so quickly, though, that it's going to be hard for anybody to guard him. He plays a forward position, but he's got that point guard speed.
Saw that he was introduced as a forward. I always think of him as a guard because of his shooting abilities. You know.
The thing I noticed in the paper today, all the starting lineups listed for all the teams, and almost everybody listed either three guards and two forwards, or three forwards and two guards. Very few.
Not too many centers. Yeah.
No.
Notice the MAC teams had, or the out-of-town teams had some centers.
That's right.
But in the MAC teams, I guess it was the out-of-town teams.
Panthers.
Anyway, Panthers drop back into that zone now.
Oh, good quick hands. Fry, 4-3. Can't let him loose very long. He's averaging 19.5 points a ball game. Buries a 3, 7-2.
Pioneers had 9 threes last week against Moline, so Panthers know they can shoot.
Absolutely.
Panthers work it up against the pressure. Sievert's guard. Seward.
Quick feet by Alleman right now.
Sterling. Adamson in his first look at a three.
There it is.
Little strong. Sievert's guard on the putback. He's going to get called for a push-off.
I was going to say he got wide open. He was the only guy on that side of the board, but maybe we know why now.
Yeah, he might have got just a little forearm in the back there.
He's a big, strong kid too, Coach. At 6'5", 6'6"?
6'5", 6'6", played football this year for the first time, and I think that helped him physical up a little bit.
And a violation. Schulte must have
Got
stepped on
an
the line.
inline violation there. Well, there's a turnover.
Well, that's nothing that you plan on very much, do you? Yeah.
Unofficial turnovers there. I'm going to try to keep them if I can
Coach,
do it.
You are a master at that.
Adamson for 3. Oh, strong
what am I
again.
officiating up here for? Obviously.
Sacco knocks it out of bounds.
And that's a good call by the official there.
Yeah, I could have called it on the back, but Sacco hit the ball, obviously. And if it would have been a foul, it wasn't much of a foul. So, like you said, good call.
Yep. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go.
Panthers with a little pressure now.
Yep. They got to get back quick and identify the shooters. Conroy there, nice fake. It's up in the air. Well, that was a beautiful hang in the air that time. Jimmy
great
Conroy.
Body control, and it's 9-2 Panthers, and Alleman, and the Panthers want a timeout.
They want a full timeout. Let's take a short break, Coach. We'll be back in just a minute.
Good. We're talking during the break here. It's a good timeout for the Panthers. The Pioneers jump out to a 9-2 lead halfway through the first quarter, and Coach Hunter said, that's enough. Let's get her slowed down, get organized. And Panthers getting some good looks at their end. They're just not dropping. Got 2 subs in for the Panthers now, 3 subs in. Jonathan Banks is in. D'Amico Vallejo is in. Brandon Hunter. So we'll set the lineup for the Panthers. Banks will inbounds the ball. Sterling remains in the game. He'll inbounds to Brandon Hunter, the sophomore.
Man-to-man.
D'Amico Vallejo's in the ball game for the Panthers. Seward remains in the ball game. Seward ahead to Vallejo, strong to the baseline. Sterling in the middle, strong to the basket. Too strong, won't go.
Nice rebound in there. Ryan with the ball and a bump.
Yeah, a little too aggressive reach in there by Brandon Seward. He'll pick up his second. 3 team fouls now on the Panthers. Got another sub coming for the Panthers. Now, we talked earlier in the game that we're going to have players subbing in and out with regularity. That's Corey Lewis coming in the game, and Seward's going to have to sit with his 2 fouls.
Well, like tonight, I think, too, compared to last week, Alleman's gone a little longer with their starters than they did, although the game was called real close last week, if the fans remember that, and part of it may well be that they aren't in foul trouble like they were early last, because there are a lot of fouls called real early. Fry pops. Partially blocked, looked like that time. Fry again. Conroy way up, but the Panthers control.
That's Jonathan Banks with the rebound ahead to Lewis, a little too far, and it's going to go out of bounds. Back to the Pioneers. Banks got a little too much on that pass, and Lewis couldn't catch up to it.
Sub coming for Alleman. Going to get the first sub in the ball game now. Number 24 comes in the ball game. That's Cole Schmidt. He'll come in. Conroy will take a seat. And now Alleman's more to that 3-guard, 2-forward look.
Now, as you're going to comment before Conroy run out, if they can believe the heights that are listed, Alleman has a little height advantage here tonight with the starting lineups anyway.
Wide open 3, count it. And the ball may go out of bounds, Coach. It may have been back down. A beautiful shot that time by number 33, David Fry, who is the leading scorer on this ball club, so you don't want to leave him loose.
Well, D'Amico Vallejo
shoot one.
Picks up a foul.
In the act of shooting, that could have easily been maybe that 3 and Alleman's ball out of bounds, and that can hurt you.
Oh, almost a 4-point play. Panthers battle for the rebound, and it goes back to the Pioneers as they lose it. Got subs coming in here. Number 10 checks in for the Panthers. That's Casey Duran.
And for Alleman, you have number 43. That's Matt Crosser, the 6'2 senior.
Conroy.
32, Conroy's coming back in. And Fry's going to take a seat on the bench for just a minute, but that lead is expanded to 12-2 for the Pioneers with 3:08 to go. Panthers been held just 2 points here in this opening quarter. Ball inbounds. Cole Schmidt with the ball and running the point right now. Conroy looking to get the ball into Crosser as they post up. A lot of patience right now. Cole Schmidt inside, nice pass. Tyler Ryan wide open. Boy, they recognize their shots though, Coach, and that may not have been Crosser's shot right there.
Panthers really hustling their defense around here.
Are.
Working hard on defense.
And force a turnover.
Force a bad pass.
Yeah, you said it, and you're absolutely right. UT's defense stepped it up a notch.
D'Amico Vallejo runs down an errant pass.
Coach, he is so quick.
He is quick.
I'm just amazed. Got great hands.
Can't appreciate how quick that guy is until you see him play football.
That's right.
Duran thinks about it. Alleman closes on him. That's Banks with the ball. Over to Hunter. Alleman playing that tough. They're not conceding anything at that three-point line right now. Banks in the lane. Goes strong to the basket. We're going to get a blocking foul. And Banks will go to the line and shoot a pair here. Let's see who that foul was on.
Probably going to pick it up. 43.
43, yeah. I was going to say there's a couple of guys there, so.
Yeah, that's first team foul on those guys, I think, Coach, isn't it?
First team foul.
Well, and I tell you, it may be the first one they've had, too, because Alleman is, boy, their feet moving. They're hustling to that ball, and there hasn't been much contact out here so far.
Well, Banks at the line now. See if he can get him off two. Well, not with that one. A little too strong. He gets a second chance here.
With Vallejo dropping out of the lane there, Coach. Watch for some kind of a full court press here, maybe on a made free throw.
Second one won't go. Banks goes and forces the issue, and how many times have you seen that one, folks?
Well, that's approximately 82 feet from the basket.
But I missed that free throw. I have to go do something.
Yeah.
I missed two free throws, and he's going to go sit down. Sievert's guard will come in. Banks to the bench. Sievert's guard back in. Panthers set up a full court press now.
Yep. They do. The good news is they do get set to press up. After missing a free throw, they weren't going to be able to get that press set up, but now they can. Schulte, cross to Cole Schmidt, wide open to Conroy, three out of the corner, a little strong.
Sievert's guard runs it down. Foot slips a little bit, turn an ankle or something maybe, and steps on the out-of-bounds line, and the ball go back.
You know, at an angle, don't we? It looked like he might have got bumped, but I don't think so. I think he was just.
I think his foot just slipped.
Slid right out.
Or ankle rolled or something.
It's Coach Hunter.
So anyway, everything's going Alleman's way right now, folks.
12-2, 2:04 to go here in the first quarter. And Alleman resets their offense. Inside, nice feed. Tyler Ryan, turnaround jump shot, 2 points, 14-2.
His first 2 points.
Well, they've worked him outside at the point. They bring Cole Schmidt in, put Schmidt at the point, and now Ryan can work on the inside.
Vallejo takes it hard to the baseline, tries to pass to Sievert's guard. Nice defensive play there by Schmidt, anticipating that pass. Ball go out of bounds to the Panthers.
2 subs for Alleman coming into the ball game. Mark Hill is going to come back into the ball game, and David Fry is going to come back in. And Ryan and Schulte will take a seat on the bench for just a minute or so here.
Corey Lewis going to trigger the pass for the Panthers out front to Brandon Hunter. He spots up for the three. Panthers can't buy a basket right now.
And he was so much higher. You know, some fans look at that and say, maybe he was over the back. Absolutely not. He was just about 8 inches higher than anybody else on that rebound. And on a three-point shot, the ball comes off farther most of the time anyway.
Corey Lewis picks up that foul. 6 team fouls now for the Panthers. So they're going to be in the bonus for the end of the quarter.
That's right. And Alleman right now is just out hustling UT to the ball. They're getting the rebound position. They're Rosser having all kinds of trouble getting the ball inbounds. Has to fire one. Oh, Fry with the ball. Gets the ball out to Crosser. And Alleman will try to set their offense up. Drive. Offense.
They're going to get a charge. Ill-advised trip down the lane that time. Vallejo got his feet set real well.
Great play. Cole Schmidt, I think, picked that one up, number 24.
Let's see, that was on Schmidt, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
It's only their second foul.
24, yeah.
Full court pressure now. Sievert's guard gets it to Duran finally. Alleman stops it, back to Duran. He kicks it ahead to Vallejo. He's going to go to the baseline. We're going to have a block on like Conroy, isn't it?
Yep, that's Conroy, Coach. He'll pick it up. Well, Schulte was kind of looking for him leading with a forearm, but now for the first time tonight, I think that Alleman did not get there with their feet first. They were a little late getting there.
And judging by Vallejo holding his thigh, I think he got a knee in the thigh there. He's kind of limping coming out of there. Well, here we go.
Those babies hurt, I'll tell you that right now.
Panthers ball under their basket. That's Brandon Hunter going to trigger it. Over the top, Vallejo goes up high to get it and gets his pocket pick.
Hill on the steal. Conroy stops, pops, no foul.
Sievert's guard with the board. Head to Duran. Had a little bit of a break opportunity there, but he decided not to.
Alleman got back pretty quick, didn't they, Coach?
Duran on the dribble. Sievert's guard from the baseline. Goes underneath.
That's a nice move.
Up and in. for their second basket. They've only got 2 hoops on the night. 14-4.
Yep. 42 seconds to go. Alleman a little out of sync right now, but watch him find the open man. That may be him right there.
Boy,
Woo!
nice
Conroy.
drive.
Jimmy Conroy.
6 points for Conroy
He's
now.
averaging 17.2, and he's also had 23 points in their opener, so he's well on his way to owning up to that 23 points per game in the Western Big Six.
And he doesn't force it either. He just takes what's there.
Not at all. But
Hunter.
He does it all. He drives well so he can get the layups. He hits the 3.
Duran for 3.
Boom,
Oh, rolls around, won't go.
Hill on the rebound. 6 seconds.
Panthers getting 1 shot at it.
That's all. Conroy with the ball again. Stops and pops. Tries to bank it in. Won't go. Hill. Rebound. Horn goes off. No foul. And that's the end of the first quarter.
So at the end of the first quarter, Pioneers lead it 16-4. They threaten to run off and leave us. We'll take a short break and be right back with second quarter action. Well, we're back here at the Panther Den. Panthers inbounds to start the second quarter. They trail by 12, and they're looking for some offense. They've got 2 hoops, and Alleman's outplayed them in just about every aspect so far.
And a steal there. And Alleman's back with their starting lineup. That'd be Ryan, Conroy, Fry, Schulte, and Hill. Ryan dumps the ball off to Schulte, and Schulte gets hammered under the basket.
He's going to go to the line, shoot a pair. Who was that foul? Was it either Hunter or Lewis? I believe it was on Corey Lewis, his second, team 7th. That'll put Keith Schulte on the line.
We're visiting a little bit in the break, right now at least, and these things change. Momentum, the enthusiasm level, and so forth. But Alleman just looks so much quicker than the Panthers right now. They're just, when they take the ball and take it down the court, I mean, they get there before the Panthers defense has a chance to get back.
Pate and Adamson come back in for the Panthers. We'll set the line up here in a second. Schulte makes his second.
18-4. Early second quarter action here from the Panther Den, but Alleman's playing like it's a home game.
Duran out to Hunter. Long 3. Won't go. 1 shot for the Panthers again.
Fry.
Pate picks his pocket.
Whoa,
puts it up
good
and in.
play there.
Jonathan Pate gets a steal, put back.
Well, that was a big play. Maybe that'll spark the Panthers just a little bit. Ryan, long 3. Saves it, tries to get it back inbounds, but Hunter, huh? Nice
Brandon
play.
Hunter, good anticipation. Hunter brings it up. Panthers will set the offense. They need points. Adamson down the lane, good drive, but he's going to pick up a charging foul.
He's real lucky he didn't pick up a tee at the same time.
Slamming that floor a little bit.
Yeah, just don't beat up on the floor. We know one thing. It might be the official's fault, might be his fault, but it's not the floor's fault. See, I know that. See, all these years of coaching, I figured that out. It's not the floor's fault.
12-point lead. Just under 7 minutes remaining in the half here. And again, I mentioned it every time. It seemed like the last 3 or 4 or 5 times down the floor, the Panthers are only getting 1 shot.
That's right.
Pioneers tough on the boards.
Well, they got and that last time their basket here in this quarter was on a steal. Peyton makes a great steal to get the ball after a 1 shot and an Alleman rebound.
Right.
So the steal got him 2 points that time. So
Panthers with some pressure now. Errant pass. 10-second call.
Yeah.
And the Pioneers turn it over.
Well, the Panthers going to make a run. This would be a nice time to do that. 6:47 to go here, down by 12. the U.T.H.S is a 3 or 2 and they're right back in the ball game. But right now they're having trouble finding any shots really.
A 3 or 2 or a 3 or 3?
A 3 or a 3. Even a 2 would work.
Okay,
right now we'll take anything. A free throw.
Something with that makes the nets
right.
move.
That's right.
Hunter, long 2, gets it to go. Brandon Hunter with his first points of the night. Panthers cut it to 10 now.
I'll tell you, Alleman's doing what you want him to do against that zone press. Get the ball right across the 10-second line.
Yeah.
Where the UT can trap him.
Got him trapped. Forced that long pass, and Hunter anticipated and cut it off.
Beautiful job defensively by UT, and not very good execution in the press breaker for the Pioneers. UT slowly but surely crawling back into the ball game.
Adamson back to Pate.
You know, UT's getting farther from the basket right now.
I was just going to say, Alleman's got the Panthers all the way up by the timeline here. Now they've gotten their offense going. Adamson drives, pulls up, reverse pivot, gets a shot, doesn't go. One shot.
Tyler Ryan ahead to Conroy. Conroy on the drive. Ryan. Fry open. Gotta be a block. Has to be.
Oh.
There's no other way you can call that. We had the perfect angle.
Fans don't
like that real well. Our camera angle, I'll guarantee you, will show you exactly what happened there.
Pate was sliding in underneath him. So Jonathan Pate's going to pick up the foul, and was that Fry going to the line?
Yes. Missed again.
Missed it. Ball's
ball,
loose.
Fry had it.
Out of bounds.
Hustle.
Going to go to the Pioneers.
Woo. Good hustle by both teams that time.
Guys on the ground
ball.
there. Guys digging for it on the floor. Hunter goes out. Sterling comes back in. Hunter holding his side there. I wonder if he got hitting the ribs or something.
Well, he's been injured. He had some kind of a hamstring pull, groin pull or something. He's been really practicing about 1 day, 2 days a week.
Maybe not in shape. I mean, his wind's probably not real good.
Absolutely. And you can't go full blast every day in practice. It's hard to be game ready, that's for sure. 5:19 to go. Still that 18-8 lead by the Pioneers. Nice entry pass, loose ball.
Comes out, still loose. Adamson comes up with it finally. A lot of elbows on the floor there, you could hear it. Adamson down the lane, puts it up, gets called for steps. And we'll turn it back over.
Well, Brant can go 2 levels higher than where he's playing right now. That's going to be a perfect move.
Yeah.
But right now, both teams' defenses are doing an excellent job. That's got to be illegal. Absolutely.
Yeah, we got a moving screen on Schulte there, I do believe. That's 4 team fouls. That's what's that first on? Alleman has 4 players with 1 foul, and the Panthers have Seward and Lewis with 2 fouls each.
Crosser's coming back in, replace Hill. Conroy's coming back in to replace Fry. Sliding on down. Number 44, that's
Jeff Jacobs.
Jeff Jacobs, 44. Yeah, he's coming in. And Schulte will sit down. So 3 quick subs. Get 3 starters on the
we told you
sideline.
these teams would play a lot of players. I was just looking at the foul situation. The Panthers have 7 players with a foul.
Yeah, they got 9 fouls, which sounds bad.
Yeah.
But nobody's anywhere near foul trouble.
And there's one, we don't call it. Sterling with a shot, won't go.
Well, it's getting a little rougher right now.
Yeah, I was going to say there's about 3 fouls on that exchange.
Tyler Ryan for 3. Ryan, I'll tell you one thing, Coach, he'll miss a couple, but he's not going to stop shooting. But that time was probably the best tonight where he's planted himself and made the shot.
Well, you can just see the rhythm there, you know, everything's set up right. That's the 3 threes now for the Pioneers. Adamson dribbles, kicks it out to Sterling. He'll bring it across. Eyes the hoop. Adamson had an idea for the 3. Kicks it back to Sterling. He'll take it. Short off the front of the iron.
Nice.
Good putback by Jonathan Pate. 4 points for Pate.
Pate had perfect position. Pressure by the Panthers and a bad pass.
3 for Duran. He hits it.
Look out.
Panthers got a little run going here.
21-13. Alleman doesn't seem to be panicking. Coach Schulte's not going to use a timeout right now. Still have that 8-point lead. 3:35 to go here in the second quarter. Nice pass inside. Foul coming. Nice entry pass that time, and Jeff Jacobs tried to take the ball up strong. but was fouled.
Sacco's going to pick up that foul. A lot of ball, but I'm sure he had a little hip on him too.
Might have.
Fans see the ball, they don't see the hip sometimes.
Well,
Plus, you're looking at it with a little different viewpoint when you're a fan for one team or the other.
Sure, absolutely. And sometimes, you know, the hard thing the fans don't understand sometimes, and from my years of experience as an official, what the fans don't understand is we as spectators oftentimes have a much better angle at a play than the officials do.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
they're hustling down there. You got guys 6'3", 6'4", right in your face. Sometimes you don't have the best angle, but that's where you're at, and that's what you have to make the call from. So sometimes up here, 25 rows up, sitting there not sweating or anything, it's a lot easier to find that thing out.
Panthers, Adamson dishes it. Sterling can't handle the pass. We're going to go for a jump ball. The ball's going to go to the Pioneers on the alternate possession. Good hustle there by John Sterling. Didn't handle the pass, but got in there and got a held ball. Slowed him down.
Good hustle, because I'll tell you, the way Alleman likes to take that ball and run with it on a missed shot, that may have saved some points there. Long pass ahead. Alleman will set the offense up here. Cole Schmidt into Crosser. Crosser to our dear friend
Conroy,
Jimmy Conroy. Why I have so much trouble with his name, I have no idea.
Conroy with 8 now. 8 quiet ones, but there's still 8 points up there.
I remember the Conroys at Assumption, and we've had them in football a few times and basketball. And when I used to referee over on the Iowa side,
nice pass.
Conroy there.
Adamson dumps it down low to Vallejo. He finishes it off. Credit Brandon Adamson with a fine pass there.
Nice effort that time by Conroy again. But here come the Panthers, 24-15, 2:30 to go.
Duran, another 3 try, won't go. Sacco on the putback, count it. Good work by Ben Sacco on the offensive glass, his first bucket.
Yeah, the Panthers have weathered the storm, Coach. They're back into things. 7 points down, 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go, and we have ourselves a ball game again.
Well, they've picked it up a little bit, and their intensity seems to be just a little more.
Crosser inside, won't go.
Off the rim, won't go. Well, Vallejo's going to pick up a foul, I think. Got a little too much body on him.
You got to appreciate Crosser that time, missing the shot. A lot of kids had just kind of stomped the floor and head the other way, but he got right back in there and picked up the offensive rebound.
He went right back after it. Who's that going to the line? Is that Crosser?
Crosser back to the line, going to shoot 2. Alleman will have 3 subs after this first free throw. UT will have 1. Makes the first free throw. Subs. Two subs are coming in. Hill coming back in. Fry coming back in.
John Payton in for Vallejo for the Panthers.
Jacobs will sit down along with Cole Schmidt. And on a made free throw here, Keith Schulte will come to replace Crosser. Crosser again giving Alleman tremendous minutes.
Speaking of tremendous minutes, he's a tremendous student as well.
The number 1 in his class.
Number 1 in his class.
Yeah.
Long pass ahead to Sterling. Good hands, pulls it down, pulls it back out, gets it to Pate. He'll kick it out to Duran.
Real fast that time.
Good job on defense there by the Pioneers.
Well, you identified that the fact that Adamson's a good shooter because he hasn't had very many looks so far.
Now he's had 2 good looks, had to rush them both.
Yep.
And hadn't hit from the 3-point line yet. Pate gets his pocket picked.
Yeah,
steal by the Pioneers.
Got a forward bringing the ball up. Schulte for 3. He'll take that 3 out there, and he'll bury that one. Boy, Alleman answers back, 29-17. It was just about a 7-point ball game here just about a minute ago here, 1:20. Actually less than a minute.
Long pass to Pate. Kicks it back out. Sterling, long 3, won't take it.
Fry was right there, though. He was going to, if he wanted, he was going to have some pressure on that.
Adamson with the ball, looks inside to Sacco, works it around the perimeter.
Good ball handling by Sterling.
Panthers trying to get in their offense going here. Here we go, Sacco on the baseline. Kicks it back out to Adamson for the 3.
Identified. Oh, air ball.
Long.
Fry on the run. Nice skip past Tyler Ryan. Another 3 ball. 32-17, 36 seconds to go.
Second 3 for Ryan.
Alleman says, okay, you're back in it. Sanders up there said you're back in it. You're not back in it.
Yeah.
32-17, 24 seconds to go.
It was 24-17, and like you said, about a minute and a half ago. Pioneers kicked it up a little bit.
Yes, they sure did.
Adamson takes it down to the baseline, turns, comes back. 3-point. Sacco drives the baseline all the way in. Won't go. He gets fouled.
Nice drive that time by Sacco.
Not a good move. He thought about pulling up for the jumper and just took it right hard to the hole.
Boy, head fake, and off he went.
Tyler Ryan's going to pick up his first. That's only the 5th team foul, so Alleman's going to make it through the
first half here
without no bonus.
That doesn't hurt anything.
Sacco's going to go to the line, shoot 2. First one down. 14-point lead now for the Pioneers. Sub coming.
For the shooter.
Banks is coming for Sacco if he makes this one. And he does.
Yep.
So Jonathan Banks will come in and replace Ben Sacco.
Going to set up a play.
Leads with 4 points.
Play. Now, I guarantee you, if Coach Leggett was still alive, Coach, and I know he's a dear friend of yours, he'd have a 5-second play and have a second left, about 0.2 of a second left over. And that one might have been it, huh? Ow! That one really hurt.
Tyler Ryan, his third 3 of the half.
And we're at halftime.
That score up to 35-19. Pioneers are going to run off of this. The Panthers got to go in and regroup at halftime. We'll be back with second half action and some stats here when we come back. Family Ties Productions, Western Big 6 basketball from the Panther Den, and we'll be right back.
Second half action. This is Jim Sanders with Jim Smith. You're not going to hear Coach talk because he's about 6 rows from here right now, but he's on his way back. He's hustling up here. Let's take a look at some of the scoring here in the first half for Alleman. Tyler Ryan had 8 points. Jimmy Conroy had 8, and David 6. For the Panthers, they kind of spread it around a little bit. Duran had 3, Sterling 2. Looking down here at Pate had 4, did a nice job for the Panthers in that area. And Brant Adamson, who a week ago had 27, had a career game maybe against Rock Island, has been held to 0 points at this moment. So he's going to have to get off, I think, a little bit in the second half. Coach, how you doing? You all right?
Yeah, I got my breath back now, ran up those bleachers.
Well, Jess decided we're going to start. So we're starting.
Here we are.
So here we are. We're back.
Well, I saw you going over some stats when I came in, and Pioneers got that 3 ball working, 6 in the first half, including that last fling at the basket by Tyler Ryan there. 14 points for Ryan, I see. Well, that's a pretty good half.
That's absolutely right.
And the Panthers get the ball to start it off. Well, they got to cut into this 16-point lead. See what Coach Hunter has up his sleeves for the young Panthers.
Yeah, looks like everybody's back to their starting lineups again here. Nobody's in foul trouble, that's for sure. So that helps both teams.
Sievert's guard. Adamson out front, over to Sterling. Over the top to Sievert's guard. He's going to go to the hole, get 2.
The Panthers are on a little roll that time.
That's a good start.
Nice. That was nice.
Panthers strike first. You got to have many more of those. And almost a steal.
Alleman's trying to get their offense set up. I'd say trying is the optimal word right now.
Well, the Panthers are going to extend that defense a little bit.
A little bit.
Playing zone.
Baseline drive. I didn't see the official signal. Could have been 5 seconds.
This official's over here signaled on the front of the Alleman bench that it was a Panther ball, so the Panthers will take it.
Right. And the only call I can think of there, because he wouldn't have called stepping out of bounds. My guess is it was a 5-second call because he
must have been on the dribble.
Guarded.
Yeah, on the dribble.
He was closely guarded for quite some time, and a good call there.
So here we go. Panthers seaward for 3. Just what the doctor ordered. Count it. First bucket for seaward tonight.
Open up with the first 5 points for the Panthers. Alleman sets up. Hill at the free throw line. Turn to face the basket. Tyler Ryan looked like he got that ball hit, blocked.
Ball blocked, or Ryan got poked in the eye. One of the two. Whatever the problem, it didn't go in.
It didn't go in, and it's UT ball.
UT's got the ball.
An opportunity to kind of start real quick here and put themselves right back in the ball game again.
Sacco, seaward. Back to Sacco inside. We got a little pushing and holding here. Foul's going to go on Schulte, I do believe. It's the long cross-court call. You don't see that one much anymore.
No.
Ref, that's that third ref.
Well, you get that third person out there, and it gives that extra set of eyes, so that sometimes is what you really need.
It was on Schulte, wasn't it?
Yes. Well, they said 33 now. That's on the board.
I got 33 on the board.
Well, let's go with 33. Just
maybe it was the wrong person.
Yeah. Whoa. Nice entry pass there. Sievert's guard again, Coach.
Well, I missed it. I was looking down at the book
drawn
here.
within 9 points here. Tyler Ryan with the ball, looking to get something started. Skip pass. Schulte long way in the basket. There's the guy they're looking for inside, Jimmy Conroy.
Boy, he's inside
position.
Inside, outside, he can score from anywhere.
Yeah. Worked themselves a double low that time against the zone down underneath the basket. Not enough bodies down there.
Seaward from the corner, 3 ball. No, won't go.
And Hill on the run. Conroy. Nice pass out. 3-pointer. Tyler Ryan set his feet. Buries a 3. And Alleman answers right back. 4 threes. 40-26 with 5:20 to go in the third quarter. Just every time the Panthers, Coach, have an opportunity to kind of close the gap just a little bit, bang, here comes the Pioneers again with 5 points in a hurry.
Pioneers have an answer for everything, don't they?
They do.
And different people. Adamson, nice ball fake. Finger roll won't go. One shot for the Panthers.
Tyler Ryan on the drive. Looking, nice pass inside. Fry for 2. Beautiful secondary break that time.
We got a timeout.
30-second timeout.
It's going to be a 30-second.
Let's keep it. I'll tell you, Panthers open up strong, and then all of a sudden, here come the Pioneers right back again. So we're talking a little bit, a couple of the fans out here, and boy, I'm kind of anxious. I mean, we're in December now, obviously, but talking about later on in tournament time, and to see a team like Alleman with this kind of force and all the way around, power, strength, depth, good shooting. This could be a
teamwork.
Absolutely. Very aggressive. They could be a force to be reckoned with come playoff time, tournament time.
Stay healthy. You know, they play a lot of kids.
Yep.
So,
well, and they're getting a good mix in their schedule. They're playing the Western Big Six schedule, a lot of all double-A ball clubs. But on the Saturday games and occasionally on some Tuesday games, they are playing some Class A opponents too. So it's getting a pretty good mix right now.
Well, here we go. Panthers inbounds the ball. Sterling will bring it up against the pressure. Seward kicks it to Sacco.
Boy, they get right back man-to-man.
Adamson. Nothing doing. Down low to Sacco. He'll work against Schulte. Banks it off the side of the bankboard.
To Fry. Running again, great pass to Conroy. How'd he get out of there?
Good hustling play by Hill.
Be a good call. I think that's going to be a good call. Hill bounced the ball off the Panthers, but it bounced right back off of him.
And he was laying out of bounds.
And he was laying out of bounds.
Yeah.
Great hustle.
Good play by both young men there.
Absolutely.
Here we go. Panthers need to get some points up. Halfway through this third quarter, they still trail by 16. That's what it was at halftime. Sievert's guard. Long 2. He'll take it. 8 points for R.J. Sievert's guard now.
Working against the press. Get the ball across the 10-second line. Set the offense up. Fry for 3. Rebound in there. Nice one by Ryan, and Ryan gets fouled. Another offensive board. So not only are the Panthers only getting one shot, but the Pioneers are getting 2 and 3 sometimes.
Yeah, that foul's going to go on Jonathan Sterling. That's his first team foul now.
Going to go to the free throw line.
Ryan has 14 points on the night. Has yet to been to the line. He's make it 15.
There is that one. Well, he's averaging 13.4 a ball game, Coach, through the first 5 games. But he did have, trying to think what he had in that first ball game when we had him. Wasn't in the 20s, but he was up there fairly close to that.
15.
Yeah.
Jonathan Banks checks in for the Pioneers, as does Cole Schmidt for the Panthers. Yep. Cole Schmidt for the Pioneers.
Matt Crosser's coming in, and Schulte's going to take a seat for just a few minutes.
And Duran will come back in. He'll get Adamson for UT.
Well,
Full court now for the Pioneers. One thing
you guarantee in the Western Big Six, you get pretty well scouted. And the Pioneers knew that Adamson wasn't going to get very many shots.
Long pass over the top. Trailing official sees the foul. Sterling makes a nice move, spin move at the baseline.
The point I'm making is that Adamson has a great night last week, but he has been very few opportunities where he's been open at all in this ball game tonight so far. Pick that foul up, number 3.
Tyler Ryan's going to pick up that foul.
Okay.
Fisher was holding 2 fingers up, but he had that international wrestling. That could be 3-point near fall. Had his thumb sticking out, so I couldn't tell if that was 2-2 or 3-2, 3-3.
I don't know.
But I thought it was Ryan because he was the guy that was standing there.
Yeah. Well, he was the closest one, and the other one could have been a 30 in there somewhere, and Woods hadn't been in the ball game yet, so.
Yeah, while we're talking, Sterling misses both his free throw attempts.
Cole Schmidt tries to bank it in, won't go. Crosser, another rebound. He finds ways to pick that ball up, and Alleman will reset. Tyler Ryan with the ball. Pick and roll action there. A lot of movement in the offense, but little one-on-one stuff going here. Oh, look at that rebound by Hill. Just won't go. Oh, my.
Seward's guard's going to get the rebound, drop Fry to the floor, and there's a foul, I think, in there somewhere. Foul's not going to, it's going to be on Hill.
Yeah, could have been on a couple guys, but it was getting to a point where if you don't call a foul pretty quickly on one of the Alleman players, you're going to have UT with an offensive foul for throwing the elbows. But
that's what I thought he was going to call when Fry went down.
Yep.
But Brandon Hunter checks in now for the Panthers. Sterling goes out. Banks inbounds the ball, gets to Sievert's guard. Hunter says, clear him out, I'm bringing it up, but says, nope, I'll give it to Duran instead. Hunter.
Across the timeline. And that's a tough place right there. That 10-second line gives you another defender. Had the sideline and the 10-second line there. 2:50 to go here. 44-28.
We got a block down inside. Moving screen, I do believe. It's going to go against Sievert's guard. He'll pick up his second team foul now for the Panthers in the half. Lead stays at 16 for the Pioneers.
UT made a little run right off the bat. Start this third quarter, and Alleman answered. Then it's just kind of hanging here at this point now. Waiting for somebody to make another run. Let's see who does that. Schmidt gets the ball here to Fry, to Tyler Ryan. Moving the ball in the perimeter right now against man-to-man. Kind of a soft man-to-man. Backdoor cut. Almost a great play. Ryan tries to make a little behind the head shot there. Didn't fall.
That'd have been a nifty one if that had gone.
Let's play that one again 3 or 4 times.
We got to reach in. We got to travel. Okay.
Good quick hands that time.
Tyler Ryan had picked the ball out, but we got to travel before that happened. I think Hunter drug his pivot foot.
He might have. A lot of pressure on him out there, though.
Sievert's guard goes to the bench, replaced by Jonathan Pate, 6'6" junior.
2:15 to go here in our third quarter. 44-28. Alleman leads, looking to go 2-0 in the conference, 6-0 for the year.
Just seems like Alleman's had control of this game from the word go.
Absolutely.
They control the tempo.
Yep.
They control the boards. They're getting to the loose balls.
Yeah.
Just
Well, and every time that UT would make a little bit of a run, it just seemed like somebody would answer. .143 to go. Panthers playing kind of that a zone look here, soft, and so Alleman's just going to pass the ball around for a while. Why not?
I was going to say last time they had the ball down, Alleman didn't dribble the ball once the whole possession.
Nope, and they're not doing it right now. A bounce pass there. Sometimes you just do this. You got a team that's kind of in control of a ball game, and you use some of the clock, but you're also practicing this for a game where it's fourth quarter maybe, and you got a 1-point ball game. Why not put it into play?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good call, I think.
Ryan got the pivoting around her, and he just took a big step. Didn't drag his pivot foot, but took a big step right into Duran's chest and gets called for the foul.
Ended up hurting his own nose, but he was the one that created the contact. Ryan's going to sit down for just a minute. And Jimmy Conroy's back in the ball game. Good things seem to almost always happen when Conroy is in there.
Vallejo in for the Panthers now. Duran, he'll bring it up quickly. Gets to the three-point line, pulls it back out. Looks inside to Vallejo. He's covered. Hunter from the baseline. Off the iron, wouldn't go. Gets his own rebound.
Nice play.
Off Conroy, go back to the Panthers. Good hustle by Brandon Hunter. Followed his own shot. Boy, you don't see that very often anymore.
No.
I mean, you do, but
you do.
Not like you're supposed to.
Well, and he did a great job because, you're frustrated. Schulte's going to come in, and Hill's going to sit down. That gives Alleman a whole lot more height in there right now. Hill at 6'1".
That's a pretty good trade there.
Schulte at 6'6". And Schulte can shoot the three ball. So that's not a bad trade-off.
Duran, he's on the dribble. We got, who was that, Schmidt reaching in there? Well, Alleman's got to already match their foul total for the whole first half here in the third quarter. That's their 5th team foul now.
Yep.
Second on Schmidt.
Well, early in the first half now it was UT picking up all the fouls and Alleman none, and now it's kind of changed around a little bit.
Goes to the baseline.
A nice block by Schulte, breakaway. Here, look out.
Conroy with the dunk.
We're going to get a basket and a technical foul for hanging on the rim. The question by Coach Schulte, I'm sure, is wasn't there somebody underneath him creating a situation where safety-wise...
A safety,
But I'll tell you what, he chinned himself on that. You're going to have to fix the rim, for one thing, because that rim's bent down, at least from my old eyes looking at it from here.
You can see it's not level with the floor.
And they're going to have
that's
to fix
46
points. About fixing the rim.
Is that what Pate's talking to him about?
Yeah, I think so.
Pate's going to go down here.
Go over there and just push it up.
Push the rim back up. There we go.
There you go.
Brandon Hunter's going to come down to the other end, shoot the technical fouls.
So that'll be a basket for, who did that one?
Conroy.
Conroy, and a technical foul on Conroy. And that counts as a team foul and a personal foul on him.
Hunter hits the first. He'll try to get the Panthers up to 30, and he does. Hits them both. And he'll go to the bench as Jonathan Sterling will check back in now. And the Panthers will get the ball out of bounds.
Right.
Well, but as I look at the score, it's still a 16-point lead for the Pioneers, 44 seconds.
Well, Panthers will get the ball at the division line. See if UT will try to get a couple shots off here, maybe get a couple baskets in a short period of time. But the way Alleman has held the ball the last couple times down, they'll probably go for one shot when they get her back.
John Banks, good look from the baseline. Gets his first hoop of the night.
Nice break, Conroy. And the ball knocked out of his hands and a great save.
Vallejo, good dive to the floor. Duran's got it. 22 seconds now. He'll bring it up. Gets it to the timeline. They want to walk. Don't call it. Over the top to Pate. He'll go to the hole.
2 quick baskets.
And the Panthers. 6 points for John Pate.
10 seconds to go in the third quarter. 12-point lead by Alleman. A drive.
And we get a foul. Looks like it's going to go on Jonathan Pate for a block.
Well, he got a little out of control coming through there a little bit. Nobody to pass the ball to.
That might have been a good no call.
Well,
he was going sideways, and I thought Pate was stopped.
Yep.
Ball went out of bounds. But
sometimes, and I know all officials are different. Every once in a while, I'd remember, guys, I'd tell a kid, he'd come back, I'd say, hey, you got yourself in there. I'm not bailing you out of there.
yeah. Oh,
Foul on the Panthers. That time Fry gets a shot off with 2 seconds to go, and he'll go to the free throw line.
well, who are they going to call on? Vallejo and Banks were both there. Let's see who gets it. Looks like Banks, 42.
42.
Could have been either one of them, but
Yep.
that's a foul I've had trouble with for years.
Yeah.
Where the shooter jumps into the guy that's
Right.
standing there with his hands
Yep.
straight up in the
Absolutely. Well, and that's, we don't see the whole thing, but he definitely had him surrounded, and it didn't look like either one of them are moving, but that's, we're 100 feet away or 75 feet away, and that guy's about 2 feet away.
air. Got subs coming. Sievert's guard for the Panthers.
Crosser's going to take a seat. I don't know who came in for him. Another sub coming. We'll try to figure this thing out here in just a minute. Hill came back in the ball game for sure.
Sacco back in for the Panthers.
2 seconds.
Sievert's guard looks for a long pass. Gets it to Sterling. He's going to
gonna
fire
count.
from three-quarter court.
Oh, my.
Ooh, off the rim, wouldn't go. Well, that completes the third quarter of play. Panthers cut the lead to 14. They trail the Pioneers 48-34. And we'll be right back with fourth quarter action.
We're back. Alleman Pioneers will have the first possession here in the fourth quarter. Setting up their offense, trying to get some balance to that set. Again, a lot of patience now. The big difference, Coach, we're talking here at the break a little bit. First quarter, was it 16-4? Was that our score at the end of the first quarter?
Yep.
Been pretty even ball game ever since.
Yeah, not bad. Like you said several times, Panthers make a little run. Alleman bounces right back, it absorbs that run, and then maybe extend the lead a little bit.
Right. The only one the Panthers didn't really answer was that early one. We talked about UT getting off to a good start.
Yeah.
And they're down 16-4. And now they're down 14 points here. Early action here in the fourth quarter. So.
Well, now the clock is their enemy, too.
Absolutely.
The Panthers need that ball, and they can't score if Alleman's passing it around the perimeter.
And they got a good pattern going here, a lot of motion here. And Panthers are going to have to foul some. We're going to try to balance the floor again. Alleman's got that starting lineup back in the ball game now.
Sievert's guard in for the Panthers. He's guarding out front. He's on Tyler Ryan. He'll pass him off to Sacco. Casey Duran down there on the blocks guarding Fry.
Yep.
Sterling's in there. Jonathan Banks.
This is the one, if they're looking to run some backdoor stuff off of this. Good motion here by Alleman. And they use what, a minute?
Minute 24.
And are going to go not to the free throw line. They're still going to. Yeah, no, they're going to stand there and get the ball out of bounds again.
Sievert's the guard. Stops the clock anyway.
Yeah.
Picks up his third foul. No, second foul. Excuse me. Third foul. I'll get it right.
Oh, nice inbounds play that time. It'll be a three-point play. Beautiful pass from Ryan to Fry. Fry makes the basket and gets fouled.
Well, that's well done on the out of bounds. Something they've worked on, obviously.
Duran picked up that foul, I believe.
Duran's going to get that. 6 on the Panthers now. Both teams will be in the bonus.
Is there an echo in here, or is it just me?
Here's Fry. Three-point play the old-fashioned way.
You bet. 6:34 to go, 51-34. Both teams in the bonus.
Duran on the dribble. He'll work against Fry.
Good execution, real good execution by Alleman, and good pressure defense here that's forcing UT to take a lot of time to get a shot.
Can't do that one, Keith.
Nope.
They'll call that in any league.
And you can hear Coach Schulte from the bench. Move your feet.
Yeah.
Move your feet.
He was going to reach that long arm over the top. That's Schulte's second. 7th team foul now on the Pioneers. Sievert's guard going to go to the line. He's got 8 points on the night, 4 hoops. First free throw attempt. Time's off the rim, won't go.
Sacco tried to get a tip on that one, but just couldn't quite control it. Hill got it where he didn't want to be, and the Panthers make a steal.
Sacco with the steal. Banks is the recipient.
Very nice play by UT.
Sterling inside to Sacco. Turnaround jumper, 12-footer. Bounces twice off the iron, won't go. Banks with the putback. Count it. Jonathan Banks, good work.
A nice play that time.
4 points for Jonathan Banks.
Panthers going to try to up-tempo this thing a little bit by putting more pressure on out front. Tyler Ryan loses control. UT does hit it out of bounds, though. Sterling was the last one to touch it, I think. Crosser's coming back in. Hill, they're running Hill at the high post, right at the free throw line out there. And a couple times he's kind of just spun around and left that ball kind of hang out there in no man's land. The Panthers are after it, so they're going to try Crosser at that high post position. That might be traveling, but it was a great move. Conroy travels.
He had a little head fake, but he had his feet moving just a little bit too. Brandon Adamson back in the lineup for the Panthers now as he came and got Jonathan Banks at that last dead ball. Adamson to Duran. Duran back to Adamson. Panthers looking to get some hoops. Adamson looked from the top of the key.
There it is.
His first points of the night. Good shot by Brandon Adamson.
Conroy, oh my. Sacco takes it in the face. That's okay. I've been hit in the face a time or two in football.
Didn't even blink, did he?
Didn't even flinch. His eyes aren't even watering.
He had the presence of mind to go get the ball. He gets the pass, gets his own rebound, puts it back. Ben Sacco working hard in there, can't get it.
Conroy. Alleman sets it up. Gets it back outside of Tyler Ryan. They're going to try to reset. Crosser's going to wide, kind of open up the middle now. Coach Schulte's not liking what he's seeing right now, and he's going to take a timeout. I think he wants a full timeout is the way it looks here. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back. Alleman leads 51-39.
Well, here we are back in the Panther den. Panthers slow getting out of that huddle. The refs called them out, said, I gave you the 5 count and everything else. Pioneers inbound the ball, get a cheap basket as the Panthers sprint to the other end, but can't get there. Who's that, Crosser on that hoop?
I believe so, Coach. UT wants a timeout. He wants to talk to somebody about it. Coach Hunter is still questioning that, but you got 2 horns, and I'm going to go back to this every time I come back to UT, and I don't want to knock UT very much. We have the worst horn system in the entire United States, bar none. And it's hard to hear anytime. End of a quarter, end of the half, end of a timeout. Coach Hunter, I'm sure, did not hear the horn, the first horn. You've got a break. On the second horn, the referees are supposed to blow the whistle and hand the ball inbounds.
You just go give 1 toot on that second time?
That's right. So consequently, the Panthers weren't even anywhere near out of the huddle yet. Alleman was out, and the referees handed the ball in to get 2 easy points. That's the rule. Now, the problem is, what chance did Coach Hunter and his staff have to hear the first and second horn?
They made it out that time.
Slim and none. Well,
haven't heard the horn yet either.
There it is. You hear it, folks? Well, if you did, you had your TV turned up way, way, way too loud. We must be driving you right out of your living room.
Yeah. D'Amico Vallejo into Ben Sacco. Panthers need points, and time is waning. (53-39). Been all Pioneers tonight. Adamson kicks it out to Duran. A good look for Duran. Knocks down a 3.
Penetrate
6
with that
points
ball.
for Casey Duran on 2 3-balls.
Yep. Adamson did a great job. Penetrate, pop the ball back outside. That referee's wide open, but there's nobody on the green with a green shirt out there.
Well, that was the old zig when you should have zagged pass
so.
there.
Well,
So the Panthers
yep.
got her down to 9 points, or 11 points. Let me do the quick math here. 11-point lead, 53-42, under 4 minutes.
That was fuzzy math that you tried there just a minute ago.
Oh, I had some little fuzzy last week. I have trouble with my 9s and 11s. Sacco gets smothered.
Whoa.
He'll go to the baseline. Pivot move
He's gonna
inside.
get a shot off, I
Keeps
guarantee
working.
you. 1 on 3, like the numbers.
Good job by Ben Sacco. 6
Absolutely.
points for Sacco now.
He gets that ball in the block, he deserves a shot.
Panthers get it to 9-point lead for the Pioneers.
Well, Alleman's game plan of kind of slowing the whole process down may have just taken them out of sync just a little bit here.
Well, they've scored 5 points to the Panthers' 10 this quarter. Pass goes inside. Vallejo gets a hand up, but he can't handle
Wished he
it.
hadn't.
Yeah, because that pass was going nowhere, or to not a Pioneer anyway.
No, nobody home there. Well, Alleman's going to have to regain their composure just a little bit, or UT is going to walk themselves right back in this ball game.
About one more 3-point basket.
Yep.
Either way.
Absolutely, absolutely. Ryan with the ball. Then the Pioneers are going to slow her back down again.
Again, the Pioneers have got themselves into a little bit of a...
How about 5 seconds? You bet. Absolutely.
Not a lull, but they're not playing with the same kind of spark that they had earlier.
Well, and UT has really got themselves defensively to where, like you mentioned earlier, Alleman didn't have to dribble the ball. One time they made 5 or 6 passes and never ever dribbled the ball. Now they're having to dribble the ball until the referee gets to a 5 count. And things are changing.
Yeah, here we go. Big possession for the Panthers. 2 minutes, 38 seconds here in the game. Adamson flips it into the... He's going to flip it underhand, but whoever he was shooting it to was gone when the ball got there.
No look pass, but there was nobody there. But look at that defense.
Steal by Adamson. He'll take it all away himself. Adamson. 2 points. 5 for Adamson now. Panthers starting to pick up full court here.
Definitely sparking the Panthers here late in the ball game. 2:11 to go. Fry drives, fouled. Gonna shoot 2. Nice drive that time. Fry says, we got to stop doing this, holding the ball out here until we lose it. Took the ball to the hole and was fouled.
Foul was on Adamson. His second, 7th now on the Panthers. That'll put Alleman in the bonus. Although Fry's going to go to the line and shoot 2 now with a shooting foul.
Fry shot on his way, and it's good. 54-46, 2:07 to go. Second one on the way, short.
Sacco with the board. 12 points. 8 points. I'll get it. What's the score? I'm looking right through that wire.
Yeah, I know. It's not right.
54-46. You do the math, folks. One.
And replay it. If you're taping it, replay it. Just let us know what it is.
Long 3. Got it. Here come the
out.
Panthers. Here come those Panthers. 54-49. This is as close as the Panthers have been all night.
That's right.
5-point lead.
1:35 to go.
Got a foul on the floor.
Foul on the drive that time. Foul's going to be on number 44. Sub coming in. Hill's going to come in. And Crosser's going to sit down. So here with 1:29 to go, and after leading by, well, probably about 17, 18 points was the most, I would think. Alleman's going to run back and go with their starters.
Seward's coming in for Seward's guard. Panthers now have Adamson, Duran at the guard spot. Seward, Sacco, and Vallejo.
Cole Schmidt comes in for Alleman as Ryan makes the first free throw.
Here comes Hunter. He's going to get Duran.
Panthers getting their 3-point shooters in the ball game right now.
Tyler Ryan, 17 points on the night. Perfect from the line, 3 for 3. Gets them both.
The shooters rolling. Alleman's going to take a timeout. And he wants a 30-second timeout, so we'll hold it right here. 30-second timeout for the Pioneers. 1:29 to go. 7-point lead for Alleman. But UT has made a nice comeback, Coach. They've done a
Well,
job.
they've worked hard, and I think Alleman has helped them a little bit by taking the air out of the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, you alluded to they're working the ball around, but they've lost that aggressiveness going to the basket. They're not looking for the shot. They're looking to pass. They're looking to move around, run their patterns or whatever they're doing in there, and
and they're out of sync a little bit too. Earlier they were making nice crisp passes into the high post, right back out to the point, onto the wing, and everything. And UT couldn't catch up.
Panthers are getting after them a little bit.
That's right.
Right now.
Now they're having to dribble the ball to avoid a 5-second count. They're dribbling the ball into traffic. When they do get the ball to the high post, the player there's covered by a couple people. So UT's got a shot here.
Yeah,
Pretty
here we
critical
go.
possession right here.
Brandon Hunter going to bring it up. He's working against Fry. Hunter going to be fouled. I think Fry got a little too much lower body on him there. He'll pick up the foul.
Well, the kids don't like that foul necessarily, but the other option is he knocked Hunter out of bounds. So you're sure not going to give the ball to Alleman because Hunter went out of bounds.
Hunter going to go to the line, shoot 1 and 1. He's 2 for 2 from the line, has a basket. He has 4 points on the night.
And count it.
Gets that nice soft touch.
Coming in the ball game, Conroy will come back in. Cole Schmidt's going to sit down. Conroy was out about 18 or 19 seconds to get maybe that final rest. Now this is a very close ball game right now.
Hunter gets them both. Gets back to 5. Duran comes in for Brandon Hunter.
Yep.
Seward goes out.
Offensive defensive kind of switch there.
Yep.
Coach Hunter did a nice job on that.
Adamson, Sacco.
Ball's inbounds to Conroy. Sacco with pressure. Conroy loses the ball.
What do we got? We got a travel. Conroy lost that ball a little bit. Got after it, jumped, came down, they called a travel on him, so it's a turnover.
Officials worked well together on that one too, because one official had the travel, the other official I think was going to have a foul, but that occurred after the traveling
After the traveling, yeah.
They worked real well, made good eye contact, got it right.
So here comes the offense for the Panthers.
Yep.
Vallejo, Hunter, Seward, Adamson, Sacco in the ball game now.
Inside threat, outside threat.
We're at a minute.
Ooh, tough pass. Skipped off of Alleman and off of Adamson. Ball went out of bounds. Boy, they played the passing lane that time real well.
1:05, 1 minute 5 seconds remain. Pioneers lead by 5. All of a sudden, the Panthers are making the Pioneers take short breaths.
And time is standing still for the Alleman faithful right now.
That guy's jockeying. We're jockeying for position here on this inbounds.
Conroy in. Cole Schmidt out. Offense to defense. How many fouls does Conroy have, Coach?
Conroy? No, I only got him for 1.
Yeah. Must be, because you work with him every day. Must be a better defensive player.
Got Vallejo a little too close.
Yeah, Conroy's going to go to the free throw line.
Conroy's going to go to the line.
Still 1 and 1 though.
Well,
not much time off the clock either, Coach, so that was pretty darn good.
12 points for Conroy tonight. Seward and Hunter were checked back in for the Panthers as Seward's guard Duran go to the bench. Conroy has yet to shoot a free throw.
Pretty critical one right here. 55 seconds to go on its way and in. Nothing but net. Cole Schmidt on the sideline, ready to come in. Conroy can make this next free throw. Off the iron, a little strong. Tipped it back though, but Alleman controls.
A fortuitous tip for the Pioneers there. Panthers working hard now to get that ball. Sacco has to reach in and foul.
Very aggressive play, nice job.
He'll pick up his second. Unfortunately, that's 10 team fouls now for the Panthers. So it'll be the super bonus for the Pioneers from here on out. The final 46 seconds.
We may see it in this game. We didn't have a chance to see it last week because of how one-sided the ball game was. But one of the points of emphasis this year is going to be on those fouls late in the ball game when you're just running around trying to foul to put the team at the free throw line. and they're wanting the officials to call more intentional fouls, even though they're not grabbing the guy, tackling the guy. If you're running around fouling on purpose, just to put them at the free throw line, the officials are being asked to call that intentional. Free throw is good. Score goes 58-51. 7-point lead with 40 seconds to go. Panthers need a shot.
Panthers need a shot.
5-second call.
Got a 5-second call. Hunter gets caught on the dribble, can't get rid of it. Turns the ball back to the Pioneers. That's a big turnover.
That's a big turnover and a great defense.
Because it was a 3-possession game as it was, and now with 35 seconds left, they're going to be hard pressed to get the ball enough times to without
the Panthers have to foul now.
And there it is on the inbounds. Duran picks it up.
One thing about that, doesn't take much time when you can foul that way, and it wasn't a hard foul or anything else. And it'd be very difficult as an official to deem that as intentional. It could have very easily just been going for the ball. What they don't want to do is have those 18 fouls in the last 40 seconds, and keep the game moving a little bit better.
Time to go get a sandwich when that happens.
That's right. Well, offense to defense. Cole Schmidt back in again. Conroy's going to sit down.
And Hunter and Seward come and get Seward's guard, Duran.
Must be fun to keep that scorebook with all these subs and marking this guy off and that guy off and this guy in.
Fry gets them both.
Well, 60-51 now. 9-point lead with 30 seconds to go.
Panthers need a quick shot. Good pass. Adamson down to Vallejo, blocked from behind, gets his own rebound, puts it up, and good. Quick timeout by the Panthers.
Well, Coach Hunter was right there. Of course, the head coach and or any players can call timeouts, and Coach Hunter was right next to the official. Didn't lose any time. We're at 60-53 with 22 seconds to go here.
Well, can you get the ball enough times? It's 7 points.
There have been some strange things happen in the game of basketball, but Alleman's going to have to help them a lot for that to happen. They're going to have to miss several free throws.
They're going to have to miss free throws.
Several free throws on all 2 shots. Hope the officials don't call any of them intentional and score quickly when they get the ball.
Well, Panthers got their best quarter going so far. They've scored 19 points in this quarter and got themselves back in the ball game.
Absolutely.
Alleman's only scored 2 baskets this quarter.
I'll tell you one thing, UT never gave up. They battled and they'd make a run and Alleman would answer and then UT would fight right back again. I've been very impressed with the Panthers tonight. They're a young ball club. Playing a lot of, this group on the court from whichever group coach puts out there have not had a whole lot of varsity playing time together as a unit. There are some seniors, but they haven't played much together.
And they've grown a lot tonight.
Absolutely.
Win or lose.
Absolutely.
Here we go. Pioneers.
Well, Schulte is going to get fouled. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Sacco picks it up.
I agree with you 100% on the fact the Panthers are growing because it's totally different ball games from last week to this week. Last week against Rock Island had probably less experience even than the Panthers. The Panthers had an advantage in size. They get a stellar game from Adamson that really, rebounding-wise, as you mentioned, 3-point shooting, the whole 9 yards. And tonight, Alleman has been able to hold Adamson down at least for 3 quarters, and then all of a sudden, but the Panthers have found a way to stay in the ball game. They're down by 8 with 21 seconds to go, and about 20 seconds ago, they had an opportunity to still win the ball game, down by about 4 or 5 points. So a great effort by the Panthers tonight.
Keith Schulte getting the second. Battles around, won't go. D'Amico Vallejo with the rebound. Adamson brings it across quickly. He goes to the basket. There's one of those intentional fouls.
Yep. And you got to call it that. If you're gonna do what the rule says, you got to call that intentional. That might have been intentional before they started to emphasize it.
You mean just because he picked him up off the floor?
Well, in defense of the official, the initial part of the foul, when he blew the whistle, was more of a reach-in. It ended up where he was around behind him and kind of had him by the waist. But Alleman's going to make a couple subs here now, late in the ball game here, getting some players maybe a little bit of playing time. Cole Schmidt makes a free throw. Got a substitute for the shooter. Let's get these young men in. Schulte is going to go out. Joe Steele, number 50, comes in the ball game for the Pioneers. Joe is a 6'4" junior.
Corey Lewis getting ready to come back in for the Panthers. Pioneers' last 10 points have come from the free throw line.
Yeah. Well, and you expect that, you know, when you're holding the ball and the other team has to foul. I think, I haven't checked your stats at all, but I think they've made a pretty good percentage of those free throws here also.
Yeah, they've only missed 2 free throws here in the fourth quarter, and 3 other ones on the night.
Count another one. Sub coming in. Number 10 is coming in. Ryan McCracken is coming in at guard. Number 44, Jeff Jacobs is going to come back in. Number 14, Eric Van Spybrook comes back and it comes into the ball game for Alleman.
Rodney Blue in for the Panthers, number 25. Adamson on the dribble, 10 seconds. Ahead to Banks.
A nice play by Joe Steele, knocked that ball out of bounds. 10-point lead, Coach, and it's going to go down as a 10, 8, 7-point ball game here, but UT was, with about 30 seconds in the game, had an opportunity to win the ball game.
They got it whittled down. Rodney Blue for 3. Got it! Right off the bench, puts down a 3 ball, and that'll do it. Pioneers prevail. 63, 55 or 56. Was that a 3 or a 2?
It had to be a 3.
Well, okay.
We're going to give them a 3 even if they don't.
I'm giving it to them there. It's on the board now. 63-56. Credit the Panthers for the valiant comeback effort, and credit the Pioneers for having the cool to hang on and do what they had to do to win this ball game.
Absolutely. It kind of, as we went through the pregame, it kind of matched up the way we were talking. Alleman came out, got off to the great start. We were hoping that for the Panther fans' sake and for the Panthers and Coach Hunter, the UT would come out fired up. They were fired up, obviously, but played well enough to hang in there early in that quarter. Panthers down 16-4 at the end of the first quarter. I think UT got the last basket of the quarter, and it was like 16-2 at that point.
Yeah.
And that lead just back and forth. UT had whittled it down by 5 points or 6, and all of a sudden Alleman run off 6 or 7 points in a row, and it stayed that way late in the ball game when UT made a final run, and Alleman was able to answer at the free throw line.
Yeah, 4 3-pointers for the Panthers. Shot their way back into the ball game here at the end. Had a 22-point quarter, by far their best offensive quarter of the night, and but like we said, the Pioneers did what they had to do at the free throw line. So Pioneers go on to 2-0. Panthers will go to 1-1, and both teams have games tomorrow night. So,
as you watch these ball games, folks, please contact us. The number you'll see on your screen quite often. Give us a call, and if we're giving you something you don't want, if you'd like to see something else done, you want this ball game televised, please let us know. We're here to serve you guys and gals out there. So please keep watching. I know we're going to do ball games in the shootout from the mark coming up here pretty quickly, and I'm sure we're going to see you around. So, Coach?
Well, for you, Jim Sanders, this is Jim Smith, and we'll wrap it up here at the Panther Den. Once again, your final score, Alleman 63, United Township 56. That's all for tonight, folks. We'll see you next time. So long.
Good night.